Welcome back to Narcissism Freedom, a space where healing begins with clarity and where the truth finally starts making sense. If you have ever walked away from a relationship feeling emotionally drained, confused, anxious, or questioning your own reality, this message may help you understand why. Today we are uncovering the 7 silent mind games narcissists use that many people do not recognize until the damage has already been done. These behaviors are often subtle in the beginning. They are not always loud, aggressive, or obvious. In fact, many narcissistic patterns are hidden beneath charm, attention, affection, and emotional inconsistency. That is why so many people do not recognize the manipulation until they are deeply attached. The first silent mind game is emotional mirroring. In the beginning, narcissists often study you carefully. They mirror your personality, values, interests, dreams, and emotional needs. It can feel like you finally met someone who completely understands you. They may love the same things you love, speak your emotional language, and seem deeply connected to your soul. But over time, you may realize the connection felt intense because they were reflecting you back to yourself. This creates fast emotional attachment and deep trust before genuine consistency has been proven. The second silent mind game is intermittent affection. This is one of the most emotionally addictive patterns in toxic relationships. Narcissists often alternate between affection and emotional distance. One moment they are warm, loving, attentive, and validating. The next moment they become cold, dismissive, unavailable, or detached. This inconsistency creates emotional confusion. Your mind begins chasing the return of the affection you once received. You start focusing more on earning their approval than recognizing the instability itself. This cycle slowly trains you to tolerate emotional unpredictability. The third silent mind game is subtle invalidation. Not all manipulation sounds cruel. Sometimes it sounds small, dismissive, or disguised as concern. You may express hurt feelings only to hear things like, "You are too sensitive," "That never happened," or "You always overthink everything." Over time, these repeated dismissals can make you question your own emotional reality. You begin doubting your instincts, your memory, and your perception. This is how emotional control quietly grows. The more disconnected you become from your own intuition, the easier it becomes for manipulation to continue. The fourth silent mind game is guilt conditioning. Narcissists often make you feel responsible for their emotions, reactions, and behavior. If they are angry, distant, or upset, somehow the blame circles back to you. You may begin apologizing constantly just to restore peace. You may silence your own needs to avoid conflict. Over time, guilt becomes a form of emotional control. You stop asking yourself what is healthy for you and start focusing only on avoiding their disappointment, anger, or withdrawal. The fifth silent mind game is future faking. This happens when someone paints beautiful visions of the future without genuine intention behind their promises. They talk about commitment, healing, marriage, family, loyalty, or long-term dreams, but their actions rarely align with their words. The future becomes a tool to keep you emotionally invested. You stay attached to potential while ignoring present reality. Many people remain trapped in toxic relationships because they keep holding on to promises that never fully materialize. The sixth silent mind game is emotional isolation. This does not always happen in dramatic ways. Sometimes it happens slowly and quietly. You may notice yourself becoming emotionally disconnected from friends, family, hobbies, or the parts of yourself that once felt alive. Narcissistic dynamics often consume emotional energy. Your focus shifts entirely toward managing the relationship, avoiding conflict, or maintaining emotional stability. Without realizing it, your world becomes smaller while their influence over your emotional state becomes larger. The seventh silent mind game is reactive manipulation. This happens when someone pushes you emotionally until you finally react, then uses your reaction against you. After prolonged confusion, criticism, gaslighting, or emotional pressure, you may eventually become frustrated, emotional, defensive, or overwhelmed. Suddenly, the focus shifts away from their behavior and onto your reaction. They may call you unstable, dramatic, angry, or toxic while ignoring the emotional pressure that caused the reaction in the first place. This creates shame and confusion, making you question your own character instead of recognizing the unhealthy dynamic. The painful truth is that many of these mind games do not feel obvious while you are inside the relationship. They often become clear only after distance, reflection, and healing. That is why so many survivors blame themselves at first. They replay conversations, question their judgment, and wonder how they missed the signs. But manipulation is designed to create confusion. Healthy love brings peace, clarity, safety, and consistency. Manipulation creates emotional instability, anxiety, self-doubt, and constant confusion. Once you begin recognizing the patterns, you stop personalizing everything that happened to you. You begin understanding that your empathy, loyalty, and emotional openness were not weaknesses. They were qualities someone unhealthy learned how to exploit. Healing begins when you reconnect with your own inner voice again. You stop needing constant validation to trust your instincts. You stop explaining away behaviors that hurt you. You stop confusing intensity with intimacy. And slowly, you begin rebuilding the relationship you have with yourself. Because freedom is not only about leaving toxic people behind. It is about reclaiming your emotional clarity after spending so long doubting your own reality. The truth is, narcissistic mind games lose their power once you can finally see them clearly. Awareness changes everything. And if this message resonated with you today, remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe to Narcissism Freedom so more people can begin healing and rediscover their emotional freedom. Your support helps this message reach those who may need it most.